It's Jack Draw's stream on my iPad. I forgot I had something open right now. Hold on a second. What is it? Hype train incoming! Holy shit! Whoa, wow, wee, whoa! What is going on? Hey, what's up, Mo? We got 2 subs today. What the hell? Thank you. Holy crap, y'all are great. And the Mower Tight, thank you for the sub. Mo Chicken, thank you for the sub. Oh, you were just watching the VOD? That's great. I forgot it was. Oh, you're watching it on Twitch. You sneaky Sally. That's great. I'm trying to get caught up so that I can just release all the VODs at once. Um, and that's probably gonna happen. I think it's actually gonna officially happen on the 20th, on this Thursday. Here we go. This should work. Please bear with me for one moment, my friends. Go. Go. Yes. Yes. Good to see you, Mo. Yes, I fucking love y'all. Thank you so much for all of the subs and well wishes. I'll drink to that. Cheers, my friends. Cup of coffee. My cat is going fucking ballistic right now. She has a really short tail, like compared to other cats. It's like the same length as her other limbs. And when she gets excited, it puffs up, becoming making it look yet more stout. It's hilarious. I don't know what the hell is going on with her right now, but she's really feeling her oats. Let me get some mood music real quick. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Desktop audio off. Good. Maeve, she keeps hopping up on the bed, and then hopping back down, hop, and then the tail goes, hops down, hop up, stairs. Anyway, I love her. She's a champ. She's a fucking silly goose, a silly goober. How's y'all's week going so far? We're officially at hump day. God damn it, I have an emote that's perfect for that. um, but yeah, we're at the halfway point. Smooth sailing from here, hopefully. Smooth sailing. Let's go. Pop up in some jazz chords and shit. It's one of my favorite playlists. There we go. Popping that mother out. Mood music. Hold on 1 sec. I'm sure you can't hear that yet because you shouldn't be able to. But if you can, that's pretty cool. Hold on a second. Just getting everything set up for success, my friends. Because I'm about to do a 30-minute animation. You gotta make sure that you're motivated correctly. Isn't it weird that adverbs are like almost dead? They're like an endangered species in terms of grammar. Isn't that crazy? I love adverbs. They're like what makes verbs add, you know what I mean? Anyway. No, but like seriously, like adverbs are slick as shit and they make writing a lot more zesty and delicious, and not having them is a damn shame. Yeah, yeah, for it's like for a while I think there were a couple of things that were like adverbs are dying, right? But like whether you whatever article you read or not, you can just hear it. You can notice it when people are talking. It's like yeah. Um I blame late 90s Apple think different. And like, god damn it, this thing is being such an a-hole, bro. Yeah. And then yeah, it must be perfect. There we go. That's much better. I'm a big fan of that. Scooting this mother over here and scooting this mother over here. Let's go. And like, there's a few dialects of American English that don't use adverbs very much, and it's fine. But it's like it doesn't mean they don't belong anywhere. You know what I mean? Is that not playing? Oh, it looks like it is actually playing. It's just really quiet. Maybe it's just really loud on my headphones. Different Lee didn't have. Did any of you watch Schoolhouse Rock for real? How's the music feeling in comparison to my voice? Tosin Abasi on the 8th string guitar. All right, let's get this party started. All sorts of shit I just have not bothered to organize this entire time. Oh, look. This is the pro. Okay, so story time. Kind of quiet but audible. I will turn it up a smidge. Thank you very much. Whoa, okay, that scared the shit out of me. Spotify volume arrow was like, got it! Blew my ass the fuck out of the water. That seems okay. Let's try that. Um, Let me know if it's a little bit louder than my voice. Anyway, so I made this new emote. Sounds fine? Nice. Or sounds fin? Pinky up. No, no, I caught you. Haha. Anyway, Teledude, my buddy Teledude does that to me all the fucking time. Just like, typo detected. And just like, latches onto it, comments on it, and be like, no! But yeah, so I made a new emote. Oh, okay. It shows with all the onion skin and shit intact. Um, no. Wait, wait. So it's it's the horny bunk. There's gonna be two versions of it. There's this one, which is just the infinite waggle of the eyebrows, and then there's gonna be the bunk. The problem is, apparently, thank you so much, Mo. I love it. It's gonna be really, really useful in a couple of sections of the Discord. And I know Animortai is going to have a lot of fun with it. The problem is, every time I tried to export it, it exported at a really, really low saturation. Like, you see that? The difference between the actual colors, like I'm going to demonstrate real quick. The difference between this, it's just like different enough to be a huge problem for the actual effect. I think it actually snapped back into place. But so check it out. So see how that looks, and that's fine, right? Well, look at this. When I export it, right, it switches to this. So look at that. See how it's not even the fucking same color? Look at that. These two should be the same. And it is just completely devoid of all of its saturation. 1, 2, 3. And somewhere along the line, this became a default setting. And I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it's just with specific canvases, but it took a lot of time out of my day, and I was like, wait a minute, I fucking saw this on a different piece I was working on, how it looked super desaturated to begin with. Why is that? And I looked it up, and sure enough, it's one of the settings. It just desaturates the shit. It displays completely different. P3, if you're using Procreate, check to see if your shit's displaying at P3 to begin with as a color profile. Because if it is, that means when you export it, the way that the entire internet is going to see it is going to be a completely different set of colors, likely less saturated. And that's really fucking irritating. So save yourself the trouble. I went through literally all of my canvases, edited them, and made sure that they were the appropriate settings. So just a word to the wise. The shit fucked me up. It was so annoying. And because, I'm already, I'm not going to, vent with a captive audience. I think that's a little uncouth. But, I'm already really depressed and struggling to find motivation to do a lot of shit involving art and stuff like that, and I put a lot on my plate doing the robot challenge, which is necessary. I'm very glad I did it, and I've been making really work that I genuinely enjoy. I'm excited to continue with it, but it's like I don't need any more hurdles to jump over right now if I'm already scraping for motivation. It's fucking irritating. Anyway, rant over. Let's get the fuck into it, friends. Let's get a nice pure black pencil. All right, let's get the animation assist going. Frames per second, 24, baby, on ones. Where in Procreate is that setting? So check it out. Let me do this real quick. So when you're selecting a canvas, right, you can do it on the onset, right? Say I have some set up for YouTube, 2K, 4K, etc. like that, right? From this menu, you can do it, and I recommend doing it as early as possible, so before you start, it's a good idea. So in Edit, right, this pulls up Color Profile. So it ordinarily, for a lot of them, it starts at P3. That is directly calibrated to the iPad screen and display settings. You want this one, sRGB IEC 6 1966 hyphen 2.1. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? But yeah, this is the one that you want. This one right here. You save that shit. Assuming you're working in RGB, which you probably should because that's how displays display. If you have an existing piece and you haven't added the colors to it yet, go into the wrench, canvas information, color profile, same thing. It should say sRGB IEC 1966 hyphen 2.1. So just so you know, don't be like me and waste a shit ton of time and realize what a fool you are after the fact. Don't be like Bleck in that regard. All right. So let's get into it. I discovered on Finch that I can just send good vibes out in adventure instead of completing goals, which is a problem because that's what I already do IRL. You're very good at that, Andy Malwartai. I've resisted the urge. I have just enough discipline to not take too much advantage of that design law. Yeah, the human nature element, the good faith element of Finch is really just like you being able to set your own goals is like, what if I just want to get serotonin for sitting on the couch? Yeah, I could do that. You know what I mean, right? But you can set it up. It's got enough options that you can set it up pretty nice. All right, let's get a 30-minute stopwatch going on my little watcheroony. I don't think you can see that. Finch is like a self-care app that you can gamify like tasks. So you set up a task. You're like, you know, you do dailies, like this repeats every day, like drink water, do yoga, da-da-da-da-da, right? And it gives you little points and stuff like that. It gamifies. It's really good for people who don't know how to fucking take care of themselves without something telling them to, either a person or... Yeah, it's great. You do have to pay for the premium version, but it is so fucking worth it, in my opinion. Wasn't it Animort's kid that was like, you're a better daddy when you use this? Animort was like, my God. It's pretty great. But yeah, if you get it, Mo, and you wanna end up in the premium version and trying it out and stuff like that, I would happily be buddies and pals with you. I accidentally pulled up Twitch again. All right, cool. My lackadaisical flippant hand motions leading me astray. I'm going to make this gray for a second because it makes me look less ghoulish. Hell yeah. Let me know if you want like a link or something. A lot of people in the Discord are all about it. It's very helpful. We can be friends and support / gift each other things and stuff. Yes. Oh yeah, the orchestral version of Paranoid Android. That's badass. All right. Okay. No more fucking around. Starting that timer. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I almost forgot. What should I animate? In 30 minutes, I am to animate one thing. You can go ahead and let me know what you'd like to see me animate. What's up? Oh, fuck, we aren't? That's stupid. Something involving a Metool. Ooh, I love them. Yeah, I could do something with Metools or Metars, Mets. We call them the Mets. Cool. Yeah, I'll do a Metool, whatever they're called. I love the Battle Network design for Metools. Let me just get some references up on my other computer. All right. All right. Mets Mega Man. Hard to say which one I like better. The one that has like the little bird mouth that's highlighted in yellow, or the one that's just like. I mean the Battle Network design is just, it's flawless. It's so genuinely fantastic. It's got little peepers, little beady peeps. I fucking love it. All right, so we got our prompt. Let's go. Let's do the Battle Network one because I like its little pickaxe and I like its little impassive expression. It's like Mike Giacchino doing Paranoid Android. It's a fucking cool ass song. All right, so we got a reference. Got everything loaded up. Got my fucking laptop unmuted, so it's going whoop whoop. All right, there we go. Vamonos. All right, start with the sketches I often do. It has begun. Right in half. Beep 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 beep. I'm assuming we got a couple of people who listen to the 8-bit big band in chat. Fucking love it. You guys seen 8-bit big band? If you have not partaken, highly recommend it. As the name would suggest, gaming songs done with a jazz big band, like a huge orchestral jazz ensemble. If you don't make it perfectly dome shaped, it kind of looks like a bucket hat, like he's going to the beach or something. It's really cute. Yeah, you would love it. You would love it. And I started Battle Network. Apparently I was like, well, this is fine. I really enjoy the combat style, but it's a little kind of drags a little bit in the story department. And people are like, oh yeah, Battle Network 1 kind of sucks. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm excited for 2. I think they introduce a lot of fantastic mechanics too, like mega merging, like fusions and shit. And you know your boy loves some good fusion, some superhero, some Super Sentai fusion shit. The temptation to go full detail at all times. I should be. I'm only a minute, about 2 minutes in, and I'm only planning on doing about 6 frames. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I'm so proud. Hey, you started me on it. It's perfect. I just think it's hilarious. I am immortal. It's like yeah, I just imagine like fanfare when you show up, like just a little baby guy. Look at him. He's just a little friend. Okay. Where the fuck does the pickaxe go? Oh, I'm losing so much time looking for this. Please. There it is. 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 Oh, it's like up the top of his head. Oh, that's cute. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, well then I'm gonna move him down a little bit. Let me make him even smaller. There we go. And I'm going to put this on a separate layer because it's a very, very smart decision at this point. It's like a little... Yeah, I just love the aesthetics in Battle Network are so absurdly good. All the designs are so clean and magnificent. I'm a big, big fan. There's no time, hurry! Gotta zoom in harder. I don't know what it looks like. Hold on a second. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, cool. Awesome. I did it wrong. But yeah, this reminds me a lot of the 8-bit big band's style. Okay. Go faster, faster, faster. Okay. Gotta be accurate, you know. He's such a little baby guy. A little bit further down. There we go. Okay. All right, we got our first sketch. Let's try it. 4 minutes in. rough animations, so we're not going for a clean look, and I often don't anyway. I like the little scratchy lines. One of my favorite animated movies aesthetically is actually 101 Dalmatians, Golden Age 2D animation Disney, um, because you can see the gentle line work, loose pencil work underneath the ink. They didn't erase it, and it looks so fantastic. Another one of my favorite animated pieces is from the Animatrix Kids story, which is so gestural and dreamlike, and it's all the craziest little sketchy lines and like kind of painted effects, and it makes for such an incredible visual style. It's like realism, but like fucked up and gestural. I love it. It's so cool. But especially in the age of stupid ass goddamn AI generated images, and the equating of that to the human experience and human expression, I like people being. For one thing, the scratchy lines make it, I think, a little bit harder for AI. I don't glaze my shit. I probably will start doing that. I know Kenjamin's all about glazing. Um, but I like the ability for people to see the sweat, for people to see the human element on display, the sort of roughness and the me kind of like carving this shit, making it feel more analog even though it is definitely digital. It's a little shitty, kind of rough angle. We take those. We're 6 minutes in. I don't have a choice, so that's a shame. All right. My delicious glaze. I really look up to see that. Okay, let's do pose to pose. So let's get a keyframe going. Leaning back, kind of bobbing up a little bit. The feet are my anchors, so I'm kind of bopping them up a little bit. Make sure that part of them is grounded. There we go. Kind of Kirby energy going on here. Didn't have that line there before, so I won't start now. Okay. Come on. Yeah, he's kind of. I love anything that has a sphere in the design because that's such a fantastic way to sort of get your bearings in the animation itself. Because of all of the squash and stretch and shit that you do, like that you practice with a bouncing ball, it's like there it is. You know, leaning back, and that shortens a little bit. Oh yeah, I gotta make this invisible. All right. And he winds back. I'm gonna use depth real quick. I'm gonna make it so small. I'm gonna sort of do some forced perspective if I can manage it. Yeah, kind of like there you go. Leaning it way back. 8 minutes. 8.5 to be accurate. I'm gonna make that flat like so. Okay, there we go. Make sure the curvature of that meeting point matches the line that I established down here. There we go. Carrying that shape on up here. Little dot. Make that a little shaded. Just a little bit. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're cooking a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna make that a little bit, scoot that a little bit lower down because it doesn't quite hit exactly where I want it to, and I'll just buff over those lines real quick. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get that marking on here as well. It's a little rough. That's okay. We take those. Yeah, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do my best to. What's up, baby? I'm gonna have him rock forward just a smidge. 9 minutes. Oh no! Maeve has imprinted my wife with the smell of cat ass. Oh, cats. That that is a damn shame. So I'm having him rock forward a little bit, kind of a wobble. I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of smearing real quick. I've talked about the artist bobbing before and how much I love his stuff, how creative and experimental it is, and how virtuosic, but also how listenable it is. The genre I've heard refer to his style is math pop, and I'm really into that, and I think I'm going to pursue that. I got two genres on my list. One of them is jazz and bass, and one of them is more math pop. Someone mentioned jazz and bass. I'm like, that does sound like these are a few of my favorite things. Yeah, you see him. You can hear it. All right. I love pose to pose. It's my favorite. Feet in the same place. I always say that contrast is one of the most important things in art, visual art. And contrast actually applies to animation as well, not only in colors, value, and such, but also what is moving and what is staying in the same place. Figuring out when each thing moves in relation to each other and when things stay in the same place will impact your overall piece insanely. All right, so I'm gonna move this forward real quick. All right, just a little bit of movement in the pickaxe. But yeah, the reason I mentioned bobbing is because this is the band that he was in before he did his solo stuff. He's really good. I haven't been able to go to concerts in a minute because very high risk wife. Don't want to get anybody sick. It's a good thing she's here too because I'd probably just like have so much reckless abandon and just get myself sick, and God knows what would happen to me if you never know what's how it's gonna affect you personally until you've already been affected for a while. It's long term shit, you know what I mean? Anyway, take it too long. Almost at the halfway point. Let's start with this. Scoot this forward a little bit. There we go. It's a little shoddy. It's okay. It's a rough animation at the end of the day. Still got to finish any of these. So I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. Should finish these. I don't finish anything. That's the thing that you will learn if you haven't already. The more that you, it's so fast. All right. So I'm gonna have him stand here for a little bit. I generally adjust the timing after all the drawing is done. I don't know if some people think that's kosher or not, but I don't really give a shit if I'm being honest. Only one. Got the in between. All right, so let's go ahead and smear that all the way back. Okay. Take each of the lines that I'm making here, and we're just squiggling the fuck out of them. If this was colored, that would all be yellow right there on the top. I'm going to go ahead and drag that over the line there. Okay. Okay, and that's gonna be this is gonna be a very forgiving section right here. Just got to make sure that all of the little squiggles are kind of going in a similar direction. You'd be all right. All right. Gonna have. What's up, Mato B? Go ahead and lurk. Go ahead and lurk, my dude. Great to have you. We're drawing a Metul per Mo Chicken's request, and a fine request it is. So I'm probably gonna. Is it mouse on the keys? Yeah, it is. It sounds like their style. All right, so I'm gonna have him do this, which means I'm gonna have to have him ease into sort of rip. It's really cute. I'm gonna have him go like here, like right there. Between there's gonna be a frame between those, and then I'm gonna have him come down. I am exactly at the halfway point. I think I can make that happen if I could squiggle out a few more frames. Okay. And that stays in the same place. Mets can't help but be cute. They're perfect. They're just a little guys. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so I'm gonna do this real quick because I realize I should go ahead and delete that. There we go. Just fill in that space real quick. Okay. Okay, and there we go. I'll make that a little bit more pronounced. This whole thing is going to be smeared. Kind of want to color that in, but I'll have to. All right, I'm gonna color these eyes real quick. That's amazing, dude. Are you guys familiar with the it's probably on Blue Sky now. Fuck Twitter, but are you familiar with the former Twitter account Random Videos with Breakcore? It is exactly what you would expect it to be. It's like oh, speaking of which, this song actually has breakcore in it eventually, so I'm gonna have to just whatever I'm doing, however far I'm in, I'm just gonna have to hit play when that part hits and just see it on once, just going absolutely fucking ballistic. I kind of had the idea that he was standing on his toe for both sides, but I think I might have to have this leg up. Nah, it doesn't look right. Fuck it, we'll just leave it to interpretation. I don't mind. Yeah, here it goes. Here you go. All right, all right, all right, all right. I don't have time to fuck around. Ah. All right. Oh man. Okay, so we're doing ease, which is when you're basically slowing down the distance. You're lowering the distance between frames. Um, so like instead of a smear, it's like drawings right next to each other in position and time. Okay. He's still stretching. I'm gonna make sure this is like kind of in the same place, but not quite as long. So that should hopefully give me the effect that I'm looking for. And then he should kind of slide into place. This should stay relatively the same because he's rotating like that. Not yet. Little anime fucking chevrons slash greater than equal to symbols. He's like, ugh. I think that should be the right position. Yeah, yeah, that'll work. Okay. So I'll have him. I'm just gonna adjust this right now so I can make sure the timing's okay. Hold that for one. All right. Right. I could probably stand to add a couple more frames. We're at 20 minutes already. I don't have enough time, so it's all right. Love Larnell Lewis. My buddy Idnit's uh, partner went to prom with him. That was awesome. One of the best drummers from Snarky Puppy, in my opinion. I don't know shit about the other drummers. I'm sorry. I only know this dude. I saw him playing. I was like, holy fucking god! In like one of the little videos, so good. Um, but yeah, took him to prom on I think it was college. I don't know. I wish Idnit was here right now, but I don't know what time it is for him right now. I think he's Eastern. Anyway, busy boy, doing all sorts of music shit. Okay. Let's make sure that angle's just a little bit forward. Come on, baby. All right, gonna exaggerate the angle a little bit. And then it's gonna kind of slowly rotate back into place. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty solid actually. So I'm gonna slow it down right there. I'm gonna hold that. Maybe for like, I like symmetry. It looks pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now I'm gonna have him come down. Let's make a keyframe for him slamming it. Really fucking locking in now, chat. Make that bigger. Have him. Now I have to figure out where the fuck the pickaxe is it's attached to, chat. What am I supposed to do? Make it up. That's what I'm gonna do, god damn it. Never realized until I had to draw them so fast how similar a hard hat and a sun hat could be. Strong silhouette. Good, good, good. There he goes. I'm just gonna put it on the top of his fucking head. Let's do it. Force perspective. Increase those lines a little bit harder. Whack, whack, whack. All right, perfect. Great. I'm gonna have it like a little bit of dirt in the ground real quick. 23 minutes. I'm actually making better time than I was hoping, so that's great. It looks like he just got stuck. Bap, 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 bap. All right, there he goes, buddy. Let's get I think 2 frames, not counting effects frame. I got it. So one where he's leaning slightly forward, and one with that's the full smear. I'm gonna do the smear first because it's great. Is my cat meowing?
Yes.
Oh, baby cat, why are you so meow meow? Okay, I gotta actually rotate the whole damn thing for a second. Get that angle better. Okay, and the orb itself would be visible right around here as it's coming down, if I'm not mistaken. You're getting there. There's gonna be a lot of smears on his actual little body. Doing that same thing I did earlier. Okay. With the sort of dragging the little dot through through this shape right here. Yeah. All right. This would be a lot more legible with color, but I think it'll work okay. Second, we at foot. Yeah, that is the halfway point. Okay. 25 minutes, 42 seconds so far. I'm not entirely sure about that one. The pickaxe looks okay. I think with that extra frame in there, it'll sell it. Smear the eye. Looks like he's got little eyebrows. I don't remember this song. It's really good. VOD watchers, again, I'm just hallucinating. We're just listening to music that you don't get to hear, which is actually true. Okay. Do that. It would be rotating perfectly with his body, so I'm going to keep that shape, that line exactly where it is. Okay, so if that's the case, that should be there. 27. All right. We got it. Starting to distort. Bip, 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 bip. And then I'm going to have his legs, his little legs starting to scoot. Kind of inscrutable, unlikely movement from the legs here, but you know, I don't really give a shit right now. Here we go. And I'm rotating on that. Have it come forward just a bit in both depth and distance. That shape gets bigger and more exaggerated. Fuck. That starts smearing. Let me start this line also distorting a little bit. Okay. I think I'm going to lower this real quick. I'm gonna make this smear a little bit smaller because I think it's just a little bit too distracting. Just I'm gonna have it like he's tucking it under his body a little bit more. Okay. And then have a little bit of not ease here. I'm gonna actually do like hold on a second. This is a technique that I really like in doing that I learned when I was doing the 30-minute animations. So I filled it, I lowered the transparency, and then I'm going to basically block out an impact frame. So this will be the first impact frame I've done on stream, I believe. Although I guess there is the time that I drew Eggman blowing up, which probably counts. So I'm doing it in negative right now, basically. Okay. No, that needs to be less. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of rudimentary shading here. Just get that outline going. Gotta love impact frames. Okay. And basically I'm doing like, it's kind of like one part ease too, because you see his little feet kind of sliding into place. I'm doing the radial, not quite shading. I guess it's a negative. All right, and I'm going to increase the opacity. We have officially hit 30, my friends. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that. Looks pretty good. All right, we're at 30 minutes, 32 seconds. I can't show you because my arm is too long. Anyway. All right. If I had it my way, I would make that a little longer. Let me actually lower this opacity a little bit because it's a little bit intense. Oh yeah, let me also make this white. All right, there we have it, chat. Apologies for the blinking. Let me see what it looks like without it. It kind of just looks like he falls down without the impact frame. Baby boy butt. Baby boy butt. Yeah, we love impact frames. If I had it my way, I'd add a little bit more detail to the impact frame and one more frame of ease so that his legs come up a little bit more to make it feel like there's a little bit more weight to it. But I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Let me catch up on chat. Smearing, just like Babe. Yes, absolutely. Cats are full of smear frames. Yes, Animort is right. Join the Discord. Mets can't help but be cute. Yes, saw that. Perfection. And that doesn't count to your time. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I guess I could have taken a couple more seconds because I was fucking around a little bit. But no. Challenges as challenge does. I hate in-betweening. I'm terrible at it. It's my favorite. I'm going to have to study this later to learn how to animate and Procreate. Yeah, hit me up anytime if you want to ask any questions, buddy. I'm right there for you. If he's Eastern, it's 3:42. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. Gonna slam your body down and turn it all around. You know that's right. The Mets Fool knows what's up. This music reminds me of the BG music from an SNK golf game. I don't remember which one it was, but I believe you. Neo Turf Masters, that's what it was called. Oh, wow. Trying to recall. One part ease. Yes, ease. Love it, thank you. Baby boy bot. Like, Nikki, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome. Great to have you, my friend. I just finished this 30-minute animation. It's a little character from Mega Man. Look at it. Yeah. So animated that in 30 minutes. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get back to animating some robots. Some motherfucking robots for March of Robots as it marches ever onward, leaving me in the dust. Got a couple of sketches I wanted to finish. Maybe I'll do a sketch while we are online. Thank you. Okay, let's do so. Okay, so the prompt for day 8, which is Hill. I felt a little kooky idea and I couldn't shake it. So I am making Hank Hill if he has become the propane accessory. So there we have it, chat. Robot Hank Hill. I already did the sketch. Apologies. I usually like to have you guys included for the sketch on stream, but right now we're just finishing up because I desperately have to catch up. You'll notice that it is the 19th day of March, and I am on 8 and 9. So whether I finish or not, I'm really enjoying myself. I'm going to go as far as I can. When the month ends, I'm just going to stop. It's my prerogative. So if I do end up catching up completely, if I finish, magnificent. If I win anything, even better. But at this point, it is mainly for my own enjoyment and practice and getting into. I like drawing to prompts and challenges. So what have I become? Oh, let's get back. Is that Mecha Hank Hill? You're darn tootin'. The prompt for today was Hill, and I couldn't control myself, so he has become the propane accessory. The propane accessory to murder. I don't know. Anyway, he's like a killbot. Oh, I think this. Yeah, I'll leave it at this size actually. Okay. I tell you what. Propane and propane accessories. That's a voice that catches people off guard often. It's like my Stephen Hawking inhale. Hello. I'm a little crunchy right now. Let me wet my whistle and see if I can clean it up a little bit. Oh. Hello. Nice to meet you. That's fun. I like that one. Destroys my throat. Yeah, yeah. You got to inhale super smooth. I don't know if you have smoked or are a smoker of any kind, but that would probably make it a lot harder. Also, just people's throats are shaped differently, and I'm sure it affects different people differently when they do their voice. I didn't think so. I didn't have you figured for a smoker for some reason. I don't know. I was like, I might be projecting, but no. I had a feeling. Your voice has such clarity when you are doing Let's Plays and stuff. Speaking of which, go follow Mo Chicken, god damn it. Mo Chicken. Do it all over the place. Do it. Hold on a second. I know how to do it. Yeah, do it. Shout out. There we go. Mo Chicken. I don't think you need caps. Yeah! Yeah! Do it! If you're not already a follower, fucking do it. He does good shit. God damn it. The Blackvoot bump. It's a mellifluous voice. The kind soul. Oh fuck yeah, the groove in this song is insane. Didn't even know there was yeah, I found it accidentally. Yeah. That's an unfortunate conjunction, and I agree with it. Eat them and love them too much. It's like I love you, but also you're delicious. Something about the fucking bass line of the song is so addictive. Sorry, VOD watchers. If you want to hear my music, you gotta watch me live. I'll tell you what, Bob. Sets you ablaze. It's the perpetual weirdness of animals representing the restaurants that serve them. Dude! 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 Fucking seriously, what is up with the fucking, like, okay, it's a propensity in ads. I've talked about this with Moxie all the time. It's like, what is the deal with the sort of like weird, like vaguely erotic cannibalism that capitalism has like confirmed is exactly what the people want? Like they're like it's not an animal, but it's the same energy like gin gins, right? It's a ginger candy, and there's a ginger man, and he's like, "Ugh," and he's like chewing the fuck out of it. He's like, "Ugh," right? And he's like, oh, he's like luxuriating. It's like, ah, these are my brethren. I've turned them into comestibles and I'm consuming them. That shit's everywhere. Why? Cat food time. There is no feline meat in this cat food, rest assured. Okay? Alright. I assume. Oh god, I hope not. It's a reputable brand. There's no such thing. But what's up with that shit? Anyway, think about that mess as I go get cat food. Enjoy yourselves. Hold on a second. Just making sure you can hear. Yep. Alright, alright. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Unless you're a VOD watcher, in which case, go stuff yourself? I don't know. Thanks for the clip, Animore. But yeah, dude, what the fresh fuck, man? What is up with this weird like you can go ahead and eat my people. I know I am doing it. Like it's fucking weird. And like the sort of weird, like I said, the weird sort of like oddly erotic quality to it, like it's really disturbing. It's genuinely like super upsetting if you think about it for even 1 second. Like there's this one commercial where they were like M&Ms were like eating each other, you know, like the personified M&Ms. And they were like really wait, what was it? What was it? What was it? Was it potato chip? Potato yeah, it was Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. And they were like eating layers and they were like once I was like, oh, it was like taboo. I was like, do I need to be here for this? Can I leave? This is really gross. Do you wish to have sex with this pig while eating barbecue? Come to our restaurant. Or like, or the pig is super aroused by the fact that it's eating its kin. It's like, it's so many layers of fucked up. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's weird. Yeah, the M&Ms were eating the pretzel. Yeah, and that too. Yeah. What the hell did I come back to? It's always cannibalism with black food involved. Dude, we're talking about the weird marketing strategy of like oddly erotic cannibalism for like the thing that you're eating is eating its own kind and is mad into it. It's so weird and gross. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about the Gin Gins guy who's just like, eating like a ginger candy. It's like, that's made of you. That's made of your people. Not you, clearly. Why are you doing that? It's not okay. Luxuriating through cannibalism. It's weird. Is it not? And you see it everywhere. It's like you're consuming my kin. Hell yeah. Ew. I genuinely don't understand it. And I didn't think about it, and when I thought about it, it was like, and then I noticed it everywhere. Also, here's Mecha Hank Hill. Oh, prepare to die. I did not look up what a propane tank looked like, so I don't know how 100% accurate this is. Oh, I wish I knew more Hank Hill quotes. It's pretty much as far as I go. I've watched a fair decent amount, a fair decent fair amount. Feel the propane. Buy Strickland or die. God dang it, Bobby. God dang it, Bobby. Clean up your room. Can I do that with a southern accent? Oh. That boy ain't right. I specialize in human subjugation and human subjugation accessories. What's up, isn't it? Dude, I was just talking about Alex going to prom with Larnell Lewis. Because Larnell Lewis was playing, because I'm on my jazz chords and shit playlist. It's great to have you, isn't it? So many wonderful people in chat. Love y'all. Welcome, welcome. Make yourselves comfortable. Curl up with your beverage of choice. Work and lurk. The world is your oyster. It's so cool, man. I love how that sounded like a question. I don't, I don't remember what I said. Things fly out of my mouth. Please, please work. Please, please. That's the one I wanted to work most. I didn't hear anything. Did you? Oh, that is great. Yeah. It's great to have you, isn't it? Isn't it just great to have you? Hold on a second. Fuck. Some of them worked for me last time, but not. Hold on a second. Hmm. It wouldn't be on desktop audio. Hold on a second. Refresh. Let me try this. Let me try. Hold on. Did you guys hear that? I did. Did you hear it? Whoops. That's actually from Smash. He says that. Did you hear it? Fuck. Oh, I can hear it. It's amazing. Hold on a second. It's amazing. God damn it. I'm so mad right now. Hold on a second. What does interact do? Ha! What is occurring? Hold on a second. I have an idea. That URL is a monster. Okay. Yeah, it's really weird because it works. It seems to be working in OBS. That leads me to believe that maybe it's on a different input source. I mean, output source. Like when it occurs. Hold on a second. Maybe it's on desktop audio. That wouldn't make any sense. I want to figure this out because I love the Captain Falcon voice clips. Because it's working for me great. Let me see where it pops up. Hold on a second. Let me pause the music real quick. Let me pause the music real quick. Let me pause the music. Hold on a second. I don't think this one works in general. Because it didn't. I didn't even hear it, which is weird. So I know it changed the. I know I did the right. Let me take a look at how I've got it set up. Yes, please. Yes. Troubleshooting stream. Let's go. All right. So let's see if you can hear this, even if it's really quiet. It's desktop audio. I found it, which means I have to make sure that Spotify does not play to that because otherwise I'll get the shit struck out of me. Okay, properties. Okay. Let's do advanced audio properties. Thank you for your patience, chat. I want to get this to work so that it'll work from now on. Okay. You heard it, though. You heard it? What? Because it's on desktop audio, which is muted right now. Set alerts to ooh, 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 ooh. You are an angel. Thank you, Matt. I can't. Okay. Hold on a second. Advanced audio properties. Da 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 boo ba doo da boo gap. Set to monitor and input. The problem is I don't know how to get Spotify to hold on a second to not play to desktop audio. Hold on a second. I'm willing to turn off the music if it means having my fucking amazing alerts because you heard show me your moves? Show me your moves. Hold on a second. That's an expensive one. I'm sorry you had to do that. Hold on a second. Because I heard that. Did you guys hear it? It's super faint. Via application audio capture. Yeah, that's what I have too, but for some reason it's playing on desktop audio as well. Still nothing for you. Okay. Okay, heard. Thank you, thank you. Okay, hold on a second. Papa towel. Desktop audio. Jet Set Radio. I really want this to work. Give me one sec. Because when I play Spotify, I can see it hopping and bopping like fucking crazy on desktop audio. I don't know if I can shut that off from here. Monitor and output. Let me just try changing that real quick. Maybe you just heard it through Bleck's mic. Maybe. I mean, if it was playing on my headphones and it's playing loud enough for you to hear that, that's kind of crazy. It'll explain why I have headaches after I have this headset on for too long. Yeah, I don't have anything for desktop capture. I set all my sources to specific application. That's a good idea. All right, let me go ahead and let me just delete this, honestly. Yeah, the problem is getting let me do this real quick. Yeah, let me set it up so that fresh control via OBS. Let me see what I can do. Make a new output. Oh, I guess if I copied the browser input and made an audio for that. Hold on a second. Most settings will be set to monitor off so you're not hearing double of yourself, whatever it is you're capturing. Yeah. I don't understand why I can hear the alerts, but you can't, though. If I have desktop audio silenced, and I don't see another input that it could be coming through. I genuinely don't understand that. Let me see something real quick. Man, that is a long fucking link. Okay. Let me see what I can do real quick to get it to show up in its own little section real quick. Boop, bop, beep, scout, a ding dang dong. All right, new audio output capture. Yeah, I don't think I don't think that's it. If I did browser and I did this, boop, and then I did, I think that's just gonna double the Twitch alerts. Yeah, thank you. Let me check. It'll all be worth it if I could get these fucking Captain Falcon voice clips to display, my friends. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. Check this shit out. There it is. You have it on window capture to capture Twitch. Is that correct? Or a Twitch? Oh, I see. I see. It's a separate monitor and output. Twitch alerts. Active sources only. Okay. Control audio via OBS setting. No, I don't. That could do it. That could do it. Hold on a second. Let me delete this new one that I made. I had no idea what that did. Thank you so much. Let's fucking go. Yes, dude. Control audio. Oh, it's so... See, I glanced over the word audio. I just heard control via OBS. So what the fuck? All right. Hell yeah, dude. All right, let's see. Thank you so much. Let's see. Advanced audio properties. Monitor and input. Monitor and output, I should say. Thank you. Let's see. You heard it? You heard it? I can't hear it. I have it set to monitor and output. You didn't? Oh, okay. Nothing? Hold on a second. You heard it? Whoops! Why can't I hear it? Mono. Let's change the setting in between the two. Alright, let's find out.
Oh no!
Ah, I heard it! I heard it! Did you hear it? Yeah! Oh no! Yeah! Thank you, Matt. Mato B, the real MVP, and also a fantastic streamer. God damn it. Showcases a lot of really fantastic...
Show me your moves!
Yeah! I heard it! Showcases a lot of fantastic old retro games, usually on the legit hardware. And just a very funny individual. Great streamer. Great YouTube stuff. Got some really talented people in the damn server. All right, holy shit, let's fucking go, dude. Hold on a second. Will yes work? I don't think yes is set up properly at all because it just doesn't go. No, I don't think the sound clip is working. I'll fix that today. I'll fix that today. Yeah, I could fix that right now because I think I have the means to do it, but I'm just gonna keep drawing. Now that we have everything but that, I'm very happy. Awesome. Thank you so much for your help, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We got it. Oh no! I still love whoops. That's barely audible in game. It's when he's like hanging over the edge.
Oops.
Oh, that was kind of weird. It was almost cut off. Whoops. But yeah, it's so good. Anyway, back to work. 20 minutes of troubleshooting, my friends. Come to fruition. Let's go. Butterfree. So stupid.
I'm okay, Dad.
So crazy to me that I never realized that Pajama Sam and Bobby Hill were the same voice actress. So good. Yeah, she's played a bunch of adolescent boys. That raspy voice is iconic. Yeah, it's so funny.
Pajama Sam.
It's like, oh my god. And she can act too. Like that's something that's important. I mean, like, because you see when they had to change the voice for, I think they changed the voice for Pajama Sam for whatever reason. I don't know if she was busy or was like, I'm not gonna play fucking Pajama Sam anymore. Um, I know they changed Putt Putt's voice, and I'm fairly certain they changed Pajama Sam's voice. And it's just like you immediately miss her ability to emote when it's not the OG. All right. Hank kill. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove the desktop audio thing then, because it's only caused me trouble recently. All right. Robot T-shirt built in. You know, underneath that he's got a farmer tan. This robot. Shit. I feel that a propane robot is a terrible idea. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just an awful idea. Don't let him hear you say that, though, because he'd be really, really sad. God dang it, Bobby! Clouds? Have you guys seen that? It's like a YouTube poop. I guess it's like a YouTube poop. It's almost like a little more existential than I would. That makes me comfortable just to call it a YouTube poop. But like, someone edited an episode of King of the Hill to almost look like 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 a Scorsese-esque like existential nightmare of like revenge between like Hank Hill and like the magician from the episode where and then they like edited it so that like Bobby was like dunking his brush in the paint for like a century. He was making this horrible little splurgy noise.
I'm painting my room, Dad.
Clouds? And it's like it's very odd. It is very much a thing that is on YouTube. We love a good concentric circles. Okay. I'm trying my best to be a little bit intentional with robot pieces, design elements and stuff like that based on things that I've seen in real life. Um or like if I'm making something up in terms of like a mechanism, have them kind of appear more grounded where like I like imagining how things move before I completely render them. Sometimes you just got to make a decision purely on the aesthetics, especially if you're drawing like a super robo, you know, like like Bravern or whatever the fuck. It's like you're not doing that for realism, but I love shit unfolding into other shit. I love the way things move, mechanisms in general, fantastic. Yeah. The levels for the music look pretty loud. I'm gonna scoot that down a little bit. Me drawing my TV head girl. Imagine the sweating emote here. I'm so mad that I can't like gift this one sub for free. Like I have to give Twitch money in order to give my wife a subscription because we don't have any money. Thank you, Mo Chicken. I appreciate that. I know Moxie appreciates that too. But yeah, like there's a time and a place for realism and mechanism. You know what I mean? And like the way that Ico's designed, it's like that's how they would design it. Like it's like a modern, like a helpful, friendly robot boy. Um, was designed to be mostly as human as possible while still being, essentially like a large doll. Hey, whoa! It's Mo coming in clutch with that fucking gets up, yeah, yeah. That's so nice. Now you too can sweat. You too can sweat. Thank you. All right. Fuck yeah, dude. Mo chicken too sweet. Incredible. Was expecting what's the yeah. Outstanding. This is exactly how I felt having made all these really fun emotes on Discord, but not being able to partake in any of them because I don't have fucking Nitro. It's like, please, let me in. Let me in. I'm gonna add some more vents here. It's so I've talked about it before. It's so tempting to just infinitely add shit to robot designs. You can fit little details everywhere, you know, it's great. But it's slippery slope. You can just keep adding shit forever. You need to know when to dial it back. I feel like a monochrome color palette actually forgives a lot of sins though. Like yeah, endless greebling. I've entered Greeble purgatory. But yeah, um I really like like there's a certain level of like warring aesthetics within me because it's like I'm really into stuff like Armored Core and like very realistic robot. Like I love Pat Labor. I think Pat Labor is a fantastic. It's been a really long time since I've seen it, but aesthetically, design wise, it's phenomenal. One of the cleanest. And actually, the designer for Pat Labor's mechanisms did some work for the original Armored Core, the pilot designs and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Um, but it's really like I'm really into Art Deco too. So it's like part of me wants to greeble and part of me wants to refine and streamline. And it's just like there's inside of you are two wolves. One of them greebles infinitely. Have you ever played anything in the Front Mission universe? No, but I had some toys as a kid. I had some action figures, and I was trying to remember what the name of the game they were from was. I love the designs. I don't know how they play. What is the play style? Yeah. They're tactical RPGs. Think something like Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea. I did enjoy Disgaea. World building is what I like most about them. I should play them at some point. Yeah, I should. That sounds pretty fun. Um, I it's really funny how Pokemon can kind of like lead me by the nose into any genre, pretty much. Because I was like, I found a copy of Pokemon Conquest in a half price books for like $10 tops, maybe five. And I was like, sure, yeah, I like Pokemon. Let's give it a shot. And I was like, oh, this is really fun, actually. Conquest was good. But yeah, it was like, oh, I guess I'm okay with RTSs or yeah, the Samurai Warriors crossover. Yeah, yeah, it's great. Big fan of that. Put the fuck out of that game. I played it to death actually. If I find it again, and also my various Game Boys, maybe I will give it another shot. I'd have to figure out if I wanted to stream it though. It would be a whole howdy do because I don't have like any of the accoutrements for streaming retro tech. Yeah, it was a DS game. I think this is what a propane tank looks like. One of my favorite games from a design standpoint, from a character design, mechanism design, everything like that, is actually Splatoon. They have such a wonderful talent for taking everyday objects and incorporating them like into weapon designs, sort of like I don't know, it's so good. Big fan of Splatoon. Yeah. You need to figure out some streaming retro stuff for sure, Kenj. Splatoon's background design is awesome. It is. The music design is great. Character design is great. Mechanism design is great too. Yeah, once I have my computer fixed or a new PC, I have a bunch of N64 and GameCube games I want to stream. That would be sick. Amazing. I have the logos and graffiti. Yeah, don't like the game much, but I like the design. It's one of those things where I think you either love it or you hate it. Um, and I don't even play the. I usually don't get very far in the campaign. I'm literally just in it for PvP. So like that's why I play it. It's like it's so much fun PvP wise. It's one of the few games where I feel like it's really viable to bring a sword to a gunfight, but not necessarily broken. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think the concept of everything shooting like the turf war and everything where you're battling each other but also covering the ground as much as possible. I just think it's a very fun approach to paintball as a video game. Now, that proportion is fucking wrong. I need to make this thinner. But yeah, it definitely seems like one of those things. It's like it's either your thing or it isn't. I know Mato B is pretty fucking good at Splatoon. Aerospray RG, if I'm not mistaken. I was all about the Splatanas. Because I was like, yeah, I guess the Octobrush, paintbrush, like that's like the closest thing we'll get to like a real like melee weapon. It's fine, it's cool, I enjoy them, right? And then it was like, oh fuck, a one-tap crit on something that still has some range. Splatanas are so cool, and they're pretty hard to use in comparison to some of them too. So it makes me feel real nice when I pull something off. Did Foam Stars flop? I don't even remember what that is, so maybe. Foam Stars. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's nice to have my screen up here too because I could kind of see things zoomed out without having to actually mess around with that. It's supposed to be a Splatoon competitor. Well, I think my answer says it all, but then again, I'm also kind of perpetually under a proverbial rock in terms of current states of gaming and stuff like that because I purposefully don't pay attention to much because I don't have any money to spend. So I'm like, I don't want to tempt myself for no reason, right? Doesn't really, it's not really conducive to anything productive. It's just like, either I've got I'm frustrated and broke, or I'm like, I spend whatever money I do have on a game, right? I don't want to do that. Temptation. I'm pretty weak-willed, so the temptation would probably be too much for me. Whenever they release a Pokemon game, I'm there though, because I hear about that. Even though I deeply question Game Freak's development decisions and budgeting and time framing and all that shit 9 times out of 10, they still got me by the Pokeballs, so to speak. So I'm always there. At least for the main series games, I don't pay much attention to the spin-offs. Like I would consider Legends like a main series game. It is a spin-off, but like really I enjoyed Legends Arceus more in some ways than Scarlet and Violet. I think it was a strong fucking game. Even though I hated the idea of it being an isekai and time travel and all that, like why not just set it in the fucking time frame? Why have me coming from the future with my stupid face hurting god phone? Yeah. I really didn't play any Pokemon game other than Blue for ages. Yeah, I mean Diamond and Pearl I think is one of the strongest. But the DS era in general is just really, really consistently good. I do not like Ultra Sun and Moon for many reasons. Um, but they let me play as Mega Gallade, so like I guess that's something. I think oh fuck yeah, Yaga Yazis and it's still lurking in chat. This will make him very happy. But yeah, first Pokemon game was X and Y. That was a stylish. X and Y. Sorry, I thought it was Black and white. Yeah, X and Y is a strong one, but yeah, I don't think there's anything really strongly against it, in my opinion. Like, that's a pretty good generation. Um, I don't think it's the most memorable, but I think it was solid as fuck. You know what I mean? I like the story. I think the story was pretty cool. I like that the fashion blowing up. That was amazing. I love the fashion so much in that game, and they're cowards for going back on character customization the way that they did. No, you have uniforms. Fucking disgraceful. That's actually my main criticism for the Pokemon Company in general is the fact that they feel like they have to reinvent the wheel to a certain extent every single time. It's like, don't chicken out, dude. She made me so angry. Steph hated the rollerblades. She couldn't finish it. It hurt her hands. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's fair. Um, yeah, I like the fact they introduced super training. That was cool. So I had to jump through so many goddamn hoops to get long pants in Sun and Moon. It grinds my fucking gears, dude. I don't want shorts, okay? You say like, "Oh, but it's a warm climate. It's a summery island." It's like, "Bitch, there is an Arctic mountain for no reason right over here." You see your character like, it's like, "Yeah, you can't wear long pants. Sorry, dude. The game said no. Get hypothermia, idiot." It's so fucking annoying. But yeah, my main one of my main beefs with the Pokemon Company is the fact that they feel the need to showcase whatever new gimmick they're fixating on at the time, and as a result, like it legitimately feels like they're rebuilding it from scratch every time, which they don't fucking have to. You know what I mean? Like, why give me like Sun and Moon is a real one for having Z moves and Mega Evolution working in harmony. And both mechanics require an item to work, which means you're allocating an item slot, which means that's a huge specification in team composition. It's like it actually matters. The fucking Dynamaxing is hog shit, in my opinion. Giant hog shit. The size of an entire building. It's like it's a terrible combination of like boring and all encompassing. Like you're like, oh, okay, well they're gonna Dynamax now. Like I got good at fighting them, or like knowing when to Dynamax and stuff, like what strategies to build around it, stuff like that. But like, it's the fact that it's like it doesn't require an item, so you can double it up with a bunch of stupid shit, and it takes 3 fucking turns, and it's just weather and terrains, everything. It's like and they had the audacity, the sheer fucking gall to not commit to it as like you're making your Pokemon big. Because one chuckle fuck in one of the cities as you're walking around, he's like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool. The Pokemon aren't actually big though." And like, what do you mean by that? He doesn't explain. The Pokemon aren't actually getting big. It's just that, like it's an illusion or whatever the fuck. I'm like, don't fucking tell me that. At least let me have my giant Pokemon. My kaiju, my Dai Kaiju. How dare you fucking go back on that, you cowards? God damn it. Gigantamax was lame, and the whole Diamond Ring hats and S&V were lame. I fucking hate the hats. They're so stupid. They break out the chandelier to jazz up the fight, and it's not even a cool chandelier like Chandelure. It's like you have a fucking ring pop on your head. It's like the size of your entire body. When it's on little Pokemon, I want them to fall down. They could have done so many fucking things other than the big silly. Like, I get it's like the Festival, Mardi Gras, whatever the fuck. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like because Pokemon just lumped together vague nonsense. Like they lumped together vague Latin American countries into one space. Theoretically, it's Spain, but it's really like a kind of a confused, half-baked Latin country. And I think maybe that was not a good idea personally. It's like we speak Spanish here. Is like you know what I mean? Is like that's I guess the idea. But it's like I don't know. It's like Spain and Mexico are like super fucking different. I don't even think they know what a Guatemala is. It wasn't a great look. Well, I mean, Japan is not usually the most sensitive to a lot of shit. I was actually just thinking about Resident Evil 5 and its first incarnation when it was shown in E3, and it was just like a big beefy white cop just blasting away like a bunch of black people. It was like, everybody's like, no, don't do that. They're like, what? What? What are you talking about? They're like, don't do it. This is awful. They're like, oh, our bad. Sorry. It was like, that was bad. Way to go. And it was so flawed down to its bones. It was like, oh man, you're telling me the country that produced G Gundam isn't culturally sensitive? No, you don't say. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Japan, like I said, Japan has its moments of being a little bit insensitive. Aha, I caught you this time before I got to the color layer, you fuck ass. Let's talk about this earlier. So the default setting for Procreate P3, display P3, is calibrated directly and exclusively for your iPad. It will make it so that when you export your image, depending on the image, stuff like that, the colors might not be accurate. They're completely desaturated. So I found it now. This is the setting that you want. sRGB IEC 61966 2.1. That's the one. That's what you fucking want. It desaturates the shit out of it if you don't do that. So where to the whys? Yet again. But yeah, man. There's a lot of honest to God, my biggest problem with Scarlet and Violet is the fact that it was, in terms of story, in terms of navigating the world, in terms of like the base mechanics, not including terrestrializing, it is one of the best Pokemon games to date. It could have been a phenomenal entry to the series, into the Pokemon franchise. It could have been a fantastic addition. And as it stands, the bones were so good that I still played it to completion, including the DLC and stuff like that. And I'm not an abject Pokemon simp. I'm not like, well, they could do no wrong. I fucking love Squirtle. Okay? You know what I mean? Like that shit, right? Like Sonic apologists and Game Freak apologists, same low motherfuckers making bad games valid. Stop it. Stop letting them get away with it. Shadow Generation slapped from what I heard. That's great. Some steps in the right direction, but like don't settle for dog shit games because you like a character design that much. You know what I mean? It's what makes things like this happen. Like, you can like something and still have a critical thought about it. That's what I'm saying, right? And Game Freak is clearly phoning it in here and there. Like, they've been doing it for a while. There are things that make it great. I don't blame the devs themselves. I will always blame corporate if shit like that happens every single time, because that's often the case. But Scarlet and Violet, incredibly fun. I love the free roaming element. I love seeing the Pokemon in the wild, even though they're popping in half the time. I think the story, like the characters, were really enjoyable. I was more invested in a lot of the characters than I had ever been up to this point. And there was a lot to love about it from a conceptual standpoint. It's just that it performs like shit and it looks like shit. It's just, that's the bottom line. The metallic texture is sick as fuck in Scarlet and Violet. That's what I will say. I feel like they met the deadline for that. I was like, oh, that looks really good. And all my steel types look great. But like, the sandwich cutscene, dude. The fucking sandwiches, bro. What is it? Like, I'm not saying anything new. Yeah, Caesar looking fly at least. My boy. I love Caesar. God, I love Caesar. I'm fucking Bisharp, looking better than ever. Yeah, it's just a shame that they really fucked up the game needed at least a year, maybe 2 years to cook, but they couldn't stand the idea of not having money fast enough. And it's like you are literally, and no exaggeration, you are the most successful franchise, the most successful IP of all time. You don't need it that fast, bro. But they cut corners, and people, chumps like me, bought it. So yeah, it felt very empty to me. I remember feeling like there should have been more in the world. Yeah, like they should have put like mini games and shit like that here and there, like the Koroks and stuff like that, which would have been uh probably one of the things on the list that they didn't get to. You know, what was there was pretty fun. Yeah, and like yeah, I just really I think in general it was fun. Like it was just underbaked, underbaked, underdone. It's a fucking shame. Yeah, they needed more time to fucking finish the game, and if they had gotten the base game done, they probably would have had time to add shit like the fucking battle tower, which is absent. It is the first mainstream, like mainline Pokemon game that has not had a single ounce of post game content. And I don't count the tournament because there's no level cap. It's just you do this same fight that you did against other people again. And it's like I don't want to grind against these people. I want to fight them at their best while I'm at my best. I want to do some battles. You know what I mean? I want to fucking lab some teams. I want to test out compositions. And this won't do it unless they're all level. Like, give me an ability to cap my own level if you're going to do that, right? Fucking A, dude. Yeah, it just wasn't fucking done. And it was ugly. Like, PS1 level textures on a Switch game, unacceptable. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, they hate the fucking battle tower. You put in every. It's so important. Like it's so important. I don't want to have like I guess it's like channeling people to PvP. I was gonna do that anyway. You don't do the battle tower if you're not gonna do PvP. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Like and I think that above anything else is a great indicator that the game just wasn't fucking done in any capacity. Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about that, Mo. We were just talking about the fact that like you can't give me you can't give me customization in one game and then just take it away from me bit by bit. That's bullshit. Like even Sun and Moon, even like like they didn't let you wear long pants unless you did very specific things in Sun and Moon, but like you could still customize your character a little bit more. Like your whole torso slot is locked into like four shitty options. No, man, you can't do that. It's so bad. At least something like you're not even letting me change the color of the uniform. No, you're gonna have the color of the uniform. Shut up. What the fuck? Like in the year of our Lord 2022 or whenever the fuck it came out, like not having character customization, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Criminal. Honestly, yeah, like beyond anything else, beyond all of the very, very, very obvious shortcomings that it had in development and like deadline and all that jazz, like that's one of the most egregious. Because if I was looking fly with my team and everything was cool, that would forgive a multitude of sins. I feel like they shouldn't have developed Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet at the same time. I think that's what happened. And so you get Legends Arceus, which feels like 75% of the way done, and you get Scarlet and Violet, which feels like 50% of the way done, tops. I would have taken one and then the other if they were both polished any day of the week. I really enjoyed Legends Arceus. I think it was really enjoyable. It was fun. Even, and like, and again, I have a gripe with everything. It was a better experience by far, I would say. Um, I I missed having, you know, Here's my beef with Legends Arceus, aside from the story shit, which I despise. Yes, exactly, exactly. Um, like just the whole isekai thing is so fucking irritating and non-committal. It is just fun to play. My main issue is the fact that one of my favorite parts about it was the battles. They made him look and feel all spicy and tingly. It was super cool. Um, but the battle tower equivalent, you have to get the full Pokedex before you do that. There are, generally speaking, there's kind of a fork in the road, right, for how you engage with Pokemon. And one of the reasons that it's been so successful as a series over this entire time is the fact that you have people who are like, I will catch them all, yes, maxing out Pokedexes. And then you have people who are like, I'm into the sweaty combat that really has no right to even be here and be this deep, right? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Talk about Pokemon. Point is, this is just how art streams go. You know how it is. But like, this is why this is a don't get me started. You know what I mean? Um, but like, you have people who are really into like collecting the Pokemon, and then you have people who will collect Pokemon as needed to further their competitive teams. Right? I am the latter. Moxie's always completing the Pokedex. I have deep respect for the dedication that she has shown over so many years to keep consistent and get all of the Pokemon in whatever, region that we're going to and stuff like that. And she has a competitive team. Right, exactly. You shouldn't have to, if your focus is battling, why make me fucking complete the Pokedex? Especially considering some things are like sensitive to like times of day, and days, like different days will have different swarms and you have to wait for them and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I'm not going to play this. If they made it so that you could just jump straight into the like battling or whatever the fuck after the game is beaten, I'd probably still be playing it here and there. I put it down. I'm not going to complete a fucking Pokedex to get to PvP. That's annoying. Like, it's so goddamn annoying. Like, don't do that. Don't do it. Also, have post-game PvP. Or PvE, I mean, it is PvE technically, but it's like focused on, it's simulated PvP at least, right? Like the Battle Tower. Again, I would say the fact that it wasn't present in Scarlet and Violet is borderline criminal. Like, that shit is unacceptable to me. But yeah, man, I don't know, like, all that being said, having another Legends game that doesn't have to be an isekai, that has mega evolutions, that has real-time battles, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. That shit looks pretty fucking fun. I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to pull it off, just one city. I think it's going to come down to how well they can populate it. I think this is important. I think if Game Freak really wants to like get back on the horse, so to speak, the ponyta, right? I think if Game Freak really wants to like start producing high quality games again, you know what I mean? They need to collaborate with someone. They need to have some fresh faces. They need to have as little. Hey, take it easy, Mo. Thank you so much for hanging out. Take care of yourself. But like, I think if they really want to start, like to get their sea legs back, so to speak, they should be talking to with other companies, and they should be working some shit out and collaborating and stuff like that. Like, because Pokemon as a concept, like an all-you-can-eat buffet of character designs for people to fixate on, it prints money. They've seen this for years and years, decades at this point. People fucking a good character design will march a franchise even through the fucking depths of hell, and it will keep kicking, smelling like fire and brimstone all the way. But it'll be there, flesh fucking molten and shit. Like, oh yeah, but Sonic looks really cool. There you go. You know what I mean? Like that has perpetuated the Sonic franchise for this entire time. And Pokemon is is a similar situation where it's like people love the character design so fucking much they're willing to do anything, bend over into any shape to justify the shitty decisions that the devs make. So like they've got everything they need right there. Just make it work. Give me more games by Platinum. Dude, give me a fucking Pokemon brawler. Come on. Do more stuff. It's like Game Freak is kind of like I think like soft Konami. You know what I mean? Where they're not full pachinko machine, they're not full like leaving their IPs to like start like to like sit comatose on a hospital bed while they like profit off of their estate, but like they're still like, you know, the goal of a company is to make money. I get it. I get it, right? But there's still people in Pokemon Company who love it. There's still people who believe in the franchise. It's kind of like taking on a life of its own, even beyond like corporate meddling and all that shit. So I think like there's still hope in it. You know what I mean? Konami is like pretty much dead in the water as far as I'm concerned. They're jumping on the nostalgia poaching train of making remasters and remakes of their old games. But their priorities are still uh, in pachinko machines and shit. I really just like hope that Game Freak figures out a way to make money and also like stop letting veteran fans down. I mean, veteran fans with critical thinking capacities. Yeah, a real Pokemon fan if you don't just like, suck on a dick for them producing garbage. It's like, ah, yeah, cool. I'm just fucking sick of it, man. Cause I fucking love Pokemon. It's like Aaron Hansen and his sordid affair with Sonic the Hedgehog, where it's like everybody's like, "Oh, he hates Sonic." It's like, no, he hates the fact that they're doing his boy so fucking dirty. He loves Sonic. He wants him to shine. He's just like, it's not. It's. Yeah, go suck a diglet. Yeah, man. It's just like it's just a shame. Like, that's how it's how he feels. Is Sonic deserves better, and that's how I feel about Pokemon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Oh, yeah. Come to Blackfoot streams. Whistling songs that you actually can't hear. Not drawing on an art stream for 30 minutes because they're yelling about Pokemon. Come to Blackfoot's art streams. I half want to make a Pokemon spoof game. I mean, it's so tempting. Pokemon rants, whistling, and vague Hank Hill noises. That's the Blackfoot brand. But not like Power World. Dude, Power World is fucking hilarious. Never played it. I just love the fact that it's like these one-to-one, like maybe AI art, some of them actively traced. It's like literally that's just like some Lucario thing with a bag on its head. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just like put like they stuck a nose onto Lucario, yeah, like that kind of thing, right? It's like so blatant and so funny, and it's like Pokemon with guns or whatever the fuck. We just injected Pokemon into Fortnite. Like it was a good idea in terms of just like, if you overlook the just like sheer active plagiarism, I think pretty funny. It's just pretty funny that it even exists, really. It's just literally like one to one. Like didn't even try to hide it. They're like, you know what this is. Like they might as well put like it's like you put the name of the Pokemon is might as well be Lucario. Like, oh hey, because you know that the people who are playing Power World are playing it because they're Pokemon fans. Like, oh, more Pokemon content, basically, right? And the fuck dragon. Oh, is there a fuck dragon? I've heard. I think I heard a little bit about there being a fuck dragon. Nintendo hates it so much, and they're not doing great taking it down. That's amazing. Ooh, ooh, Power World. Ooh, and they're just like counting money. What? It's really strange. Yeah, well, Nintendo's used to bullying around like indie people for making fan games and shit. They're not as acquainted with like something that actually has like money behind it and is making money now. Like, wait, no. Our cease and desist didn't work. Stop that. Put it down. Nope. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really easy to be like, I know exactly what I would do. You know what I mean, right? I don't know shit about like what goes into the production of these games beyond a certain point, but I know that I really like them when they're good, and I miss them being good. So I just hope they figure it out in some capacity. I hope Legend ZA is good because I'm gonna buy it either way because I'm exactly the kind of scum that I was shading earlier. I'm exactly the kind of scum where it's like, well, I should not encourage Pokemon Company to make more garbage. So I'm just gonna not buy it until I know it's good. It's like, nope, I bought Scarlet and Violet. I'm no better. Just, I hope Legend ZA is good because I will buy it if I have any money. Do you have a chat? Do you have a company that you like a game dev or otherwise company that you're like rooting for that is like kind of not delivering, but you're like, please, that is not Pokemon Company or Game Freak? I'm gonna get Za and be mad about the lack of fashion, and I know it. Yeah, absolutely. I saw a bunch of Mega Evolutions teased. I did not see Mega Gallade. If they put in Mega fucking Altaria and not Mega Gallade, I'm gonna go to Game Freak and kick them all in the nuts. Each of them in a row. Just line up. Like, I can't do it, man. So close to having my boy back in his full dual disc wielding form. I'm also really curious. I don't think it's gonna have PvP. I think literally the Pokemon Championship or whatever the fuck they called it, where it's like just PvP, just for you, sweaty gamer nerds. I think that was literally made as a contingency to keep people from being mad about the fact that Legends ZA will not have PvP. I don't need it to have PvP. Just give me a battle tower or something. Give me something. You know what I mean? And don't make me fucking either make it reasonable enough to get to finish the Pokedex, like without any annoying bullshit or hoops to jump through. Just like nice, straightforward, like an occasional special Pokemon would be preferred, right? Like a fun little legendary or little cameos, whatever the fuck, right? But like, don't make me wait. You know what I mean? Because I'm just gonna fucking put it down again, just like Legends ZA. I mean Legends Arceus. Sorry. I like cylinders on robots. So much of the things that I use for mechanisms and like kind of like shorthand anime shit are directly from Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell, and Evangelion because those are very strong uh, mechanical designs. The dude who did the the design for the all the ships in Cowboy Bebop. I forget his name. I might look it up. He's such a fucking good designer, dude. Like he's fucking incredible, and he has such a huge range. Everything he touches, design wise, turns to fucking gold. It's fantastic. I very much aspire to be able to deliver on that level. Like the fucking like pods, the little pods that sit into each of the ships, the fact that it's the same for all of them, and that's like an established shorthand. It's like this is what a spaceship cockpit looks like, and that means you can swap them. I'm like, fucking brilliant. That is gorgeous. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this little the little cylinder and then the arrows pointing to each other to denote where it is in its rotation. It's like I've seen that. I feel like I've seen it before, right? Your art style is objectively a collage of your influences. And it's fun. I never do this kind of thing on like on purpose. I always have to like retrace my steps. I'm like, where did this come from? Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this facing forward. The idea is that it's rotated. This is it when it's in its natural direction. Why did I set my comic in the Pacific Northwest? Fucking hate trees. Yeah, yeah. This takes place in the Sahara Desert. Nothing for miles except a couple of cacti. Fuck you. Yeah, man. You're welcome. That didn't go great for Akira Toriyama. It was like the Badlands, I think it was called. Really cute looking. It's like all desert. I was like, man, these backgrounds look the same. Is that what it's called? I know, yeah, the Pacific Northwest. I immediately was like, hey, Ken, how them trees over there? How them trees, son? And to be fair, you love trees. You love trees, Mox. You just don't want to have to draw them about 8 billion times a day. You know, it's so nice to be around trees. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I always do like a looser, more more painterly style for trees because I cannot be arsed to draw them line by line. Are you doing them with lines too? I feel like your backgrounds have lines right now. I have a brush for trees. 'Cause I'm lazy. Reasonable. I had a brush for clouds for a while, but then I started finding brushes that actually worked in a way that I liked. Backgrounds are like half lines right now. I feel you. I should probably look up the Strickland propane logo. Forgot the song picked up. I was like, maybe I'll skip this. And it's like, oh, I'm glad I didn't because I forgot the song picked up. I know mine's Gallade. I know Mox is Gengar. Who's your favorite Pokemon again, Kench? If you have one right now. I feel like you do. Yeah, I think that's right, Kench. I feel like green is such a touchy color. Yeah, you gotta desaturate the ever-loving shit out of it or it just looks like so artificial. But some places are legit super lush, so like, like it's tough. I agree. Green is a very touchy color. It's a good way of putting it. Gengar, yeah, both of you. Gengar Bros. Oh, it's so good to see you with those animated emotes. Thanks again, Mo. What a sweetie pie. We love Gengar. Such a good design. And remember what I was talking about like one character design among a buffet to fixate on, right? Such a good idea. I love the fact that every Pokemon is somebody's favorite, you know? It's just like it's so cute and so wholesome that everybody has one. If you're into Pokemon, you have a favorite Pokemon. I love it. I saw somebody who had their favorite Pokemon. They're like Walrein. I'm like Walrein. Okay, hell yeah. I don't know why, but fuck yeah, dude. It's just nice. It's so cool. And you know, like when you hear that, it makes you give another look to whatever Pokemon is like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I don't know what's wrong with the person whose favorite is Klefki. Maybe they lose their keys all the time. And they're like, finally. Or maybe they're a baby. Keys. Yeah, at least for like a key thing, he's really cute. And also, like, people who give shit to like object Pokemon, it's like, yokai are like one of the backbones of like Japanese boogities and mythos. That is the yes. Someone like Conkeldurr is someone who really makes me like I'm like sus. Like he has the most uncomfortable expression on his face. Like he's going to commit atrocities to you. He's going to violate you in some way. And that whole evolutionary line is putty colored with veins on them, for God's sake. It's like the least like I fucking hate that evolutionary line personally because it's like they have props. I hate Pokemon with props. Looking at you, fucking what's Gorilla Boom? You trash. Fucking shit ass Taiko no Tatsujin ass looking. Like, what if he had mushrooms grow in front of him and he used them like a drum set? That's cool. What if he didn't look like a shitty like dollar store Tarzan? Fell in a bush. I don't know. Fucking hate that shit. Um, but like Conkeldurr, right? Horrible growths on his head, covered in veins, looks like he's gonna violate you, and he has props. He's like the scourge of my personal existence. Same with I mean like at least Palpitoad's interesting. Wait, Seismitoad. Seismitoad's interesting, but he still looks like he's gonna commit atrocities to you specifically. It's really uncomfortable. He's like the worst. He's like no, looking at me like fucking Elon Musk looking at the president like ew. I can I can see that you smell bad. Like it's so gross. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I can tell that you're perspiring and it's not like covered by any kind of deodorant in any capacity. Eternatus or whatever the third legendary from Sword and Shield is kind of dumb looking. It looks like it's from a different game. That's the least Pokemon design I've ever seen on a legendary. It's weird. The kind of hand form thing is almost cool, but it just looks weird. Like, I don't know. I mean, all the legendaries in that game are kind of dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think Zacian and Zamazenta, they look okay. Zamazenta looks like a fucking off-brand, like a bootleg mascot for a beer or something. He's like got that like really dark red, really dark blue, really super saturated. He looks like a mascot for something. And Zamazenta's design is just weak in my opinion. It's a dog with a sword in his mouth. Who gives a shit? I don't know. I don't know. Ask your doctor about Zamazenta. Is it right for you? Yeah. Sword and Shield had a couple of good designs they introduced. Um, I liked Orbeetle. Orbeetle was cool. Grimmsnarl, I think, is polarizing, but I think that's good. I just wish it didn't look like he got punched in the nose, because it looks like he's got a nosebleed. But I do appreciate the parallels between the line here and the line here of his ears and his nose for the color accent and everything like that. I just think his mouth's a little bit clunky, but I love the idea of like a little skinny guy who has like a body made of hair that he controls. I think that's really interesting and really cool. Um, Same with Hatterene. Hatterene's fantastic. Very good design. The duality of the concept, two different applications of the same concept, love it. Super cool. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But I really, really like a couple of the designs. I think some of them are strong. Stonejourner is one of my least favorite additions to the Pokemon roster of all time. That motherfucker looks like he is from a different game. That sort of blank, I call it like Newgrounds art style. Hatterene's outstanding, yes. Oh my god, I keep forgetting he exists. What, Stonejourner? Dude. What is up with that fucking design, man? Oh, just give yourself gov, no worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sylvain Morte, welcome back. But like, he's got like the blank, like I said, like Newgrounds flash animation, but not in a good way. Eyes. It is so out of place and so out of pocket in Pokemon, in my opinion. It looks so bad. I don't like Ice Cube either. I think his concept's kind of fun. Like it's interesting, but it's weird too. He fishes, like his head looks like a little fucking curling iron, a little dingle dangle. He looks stupid, right? He doesn't look like a Pokemon, really. I think his face could have looked better. What's up with the freaking Knackledur or whatever Minecraft looking asshole in Gen 9? Garganackle slaps, and you can get the fuck out of chat if you disagree. Look at him. He looks like a Minecraft mob, yes, and that's great. Announcement, Bloodborne, 10th anniversary is the 24th. I'll be streaming it. Oh, your very first Souls-like. That's great. Can't wait. Hell yeah. But yeah, Garganackle, okay. Here's my thing with Garganackle. His overall design in Pokemon, it's like almost, you know what I mean? The shape language is okay. It still looks a little out of place, but it's somewhere between a Minecraft design and a Pokemon Battle Network design, so I'm okay with it. Yeah. No, it's a great fucking design, though. Like, any way you slice it. Like, Ice Cube looks like shit, in my opinion. You take off the Ice Cube and his head, I'm like, doesn't belong here. Doesn't belong there. Looks bad. Garganackle, whether you think he belongs or not, he looks fucking great. So I will say that. He looks great. Fucking incredible silhouette. My main problem with him is actually that he's kind of broken, because Purifying Salt is one of those abilities that's like 8 abilities. It's like, oh yeah, you know, he doesn't take cannot get any status ailment, takes 50% damage from ghost type moves. Like, whoa, one of those is enough. Holy shit. I love you, Purifying Salt. He fucking, and he has the unique move, you know, he has the unique move, what's it called? Rock Salt, what was it? Salt Cure. I think that's what it's called. It's like 50 power, and it damages like steel types and water types a little extra. It's crazy. That move is fantastic, and he is way too fucking good for having it. But I have my curse using Ghost Terra type Garganackle myself, right? I love him so much. He was one of the few like vaguely meta Pokemon on my team when I was playing Sword and Shield. I mean, fucking Scarlet Violet competitively. I know Houndstone is banned from competitive play because he's so broken. Yeah, that move is way too fucking good. I love Houndstone. He's so cute. He looks like Muttley, but dead and risen with a tombstone on his head. And like, yeah, that evolutionary line is great. Mousehold sucks, in my opinion, because It's so close. I love the design, like, shape, but the color palette is non-existent, even in the shiny. There's nothing there. It's like they're like it's so non-committal. It's like light gray and then a slightly less light gray. Come on. I laughed so hard at Mousehold's name the first time I saw it. I love the concept. Fucking broken ass move with Technician. I love them scream. That shit's great. Yes, that's true. But see, that's the problem. Could you imagine if they had actually given it a color palette that was good? Like pastels. That's desaturated. You don't need a blank looking Pokemon. Make the shiny white, like it's a lab rat or something. But do like pastels. You could have them have like, ice climbers color schemes. I don't know. I like if their evolution is just that they fucked. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like Shedinja, but like PG-13. You have an empty slot in your party? Oh shit. They got busy. It's weird. I love it. Whatchamacallit? The ostrich thing. Super cool design. Like a circus psychic ostrich thing with a bob cut and like a plague doctor face. Super cool. It needed a middle evolution. Desperately. Or make the first one bigger, because it's like you're this big, you're little like a softball, and then you grow into a giant fucking ostrich. It's weird. Fully missing a middle. Fully. Keep wanting that fucking chili pepper thing to get a third evolution too. Everybody, that's like one of the biggest subject matters for Fakemon designs is another evolution for Scovillain. Great fucking name, by the way. And it's cool. It is cool. It's got the little chili pepper seeds for teeth. Yeah, jumping from a feather duster to an ostrich felt like a big skip. It was huge. And the size is completely disproportionate. It's weird. King Gambit is one of my favorite additions. Not only because, okay, I didn't know. I purposefully went into Scarlet and Violet blind, right? I was like, I don't want to know anything. Don't fucking tell me anything. I'm going to avoid spoilers. I'm just going to play through it on my own. And I'm glad I did that. I heard that Bisharp got an evolution. Bisharp is one of my favorite Pokemon. Bisharp and Gallade, bros for life / lovers, whatever you want to call them. I love them. They've been mainstays on my team since Gen 5, right? So when I heard that Bisharp was getting evolution, I was like, oh fuck, let's go. I'm not gonna see what it is. I only looked up how to get it, and I was like, I can't see. I don't want to look at it, right? And then I got him, and I was like, oh, he's got a big old mustache and a big old Cliff, from Guilty Gear, Cliff Anderson sword on his fucking head. That's tight as shit. He's like a Shogun, and I expected him to walk. He did not walk. He started scooting around on his fucking hair. I'm like, well, that's a choice. I don't walk anymore. That's for plebs. Why would I do such a thing? That shit's silly. It's so dumb. And I was so mad. I was so upset at first. Then I was like, this is hilarious. He's just rotating. He's not like electric type. He's not doing it via magnetism. He's just like Bowser from Melee. He's just Sakurai, why? What is that? I can't figure out how to make him run, so I'm gonna make Bowser into an armored core. Come on, man. But like, the best part about King Gambit is the fact that now that Bisharp has an evolution, Bisharp can also use the Eviolite. So, not only could I Terra-type a motherfucker away from being double weak to fighting, I can also have 50% defense boosts on special defense and regular defense. That shit was a godsend. God, it's good. Bisharp actually carried me through PvP for a while in Scarlet and Violet. Because I do Swords Dance. If someone shows up with a weakness, I switch to Flying type, Terra type. So they're going to hit me with Earthquake. I'm in the air. Going to hit me with Flying type. I don't think so, boy. And so you get them. Got fucking Swords Dance. You got Iron Head. And you got, I think I had Throat Chop Yes, I believe I had throat chop specifically as a big middle finger to Skeledirge because that motherfucker can just be a runaway train if you let him get away from you. But anyway, yeah, dude, King Gambit was very, very good addition for me specifically because of Bisharp. Yeah, like, so I'm obviously as a Mega Man fan, specifically Mega Man Battle Network design fan. We mentioned that earlier on stream. I was incredibly happy to see the Armor Rouge Cerulege lines. I fucking love Charcadet. I love Charcadet. He's so cute, cute little baby. I would have absolutely loved it if Armor Rouge's armor was not so fucking Heinz mustard yellow, considering the Heinz ketchup of the red or the sort of red orange or scarlet, if you would, for the rest of the body. I love Charcadet. I love it so fucking much, and I think both of the evolutions are very strong. Um, that's my main beef with Armor Rouge is the fact that I love the fucking floating like psychic shoulder pads that turn into that like vase slash arm cannon thing. I think that's fucking legendary. So goddamn cool. Um, I just wish the yellow was not so eye bleeding. But again, I love that design. I love that. I find that design feminine because it reminds me of Samus, and also there's a sort of like strong but feminine energy to it, sort of like Athena esque, sort of like Spartan lady situation. Um, and I love the fact that Indeedee, French's, and Heinz are commissioned commissioned to Pokemon. I mean, damn, if that's what they got good taste. Good taste, much like a tasty amount of Heinz ketchup on your hot dog. Sponsor me. Don't. You wouldn't, but don't. Anyway, nailed it. Pat myself on the back with two hands. Anyway, you know, I love the fact that Indeedee, Lady Indeedee, I would put. I mean, that's like I didn't even know I was making a meta combination. I was like, I patted so hard I woke up the cat. Oh, I'm sorry, Maeve. But like, I didn't even know I was designing a meta combination. But I was like, oh, I have an Indeedee with Psychic Surge. It's a follow me Psychic Surge Indeedee with a Psychic Seed on it. Boosts the special defense, and I designed it to be as tanky as possible and use follow me and protect and just be as annoying as possible while the dude next to it gets super strong. Um, and apparently, Indeedee and Armor Rouge were like the next day were like completely swamping the meta in PvP, and they were just everywhere because it's such a strong combination. Um, I was like, oh fuck, all right, I did it. I guess convergent evolution. Let's go. But I just love the fact that they're girlfriends. So cute. Like Armor Rouge just holding Indeedee in her arms. That's so cute. Um, but yeah, I would say Cerulege's design is really cool, really strong silhouette. I really like all of its shapes. I love the big old swords. I love the little leggies. Looks super Battle Network. The only thing I would change is the area right here. The area right here is a little bit too busy. Just a little too busy. I think Armor Rouge has the little three dots and the color gradation right here. That's all you need. Just make them crystals. You're golden, and it would still feel like a Pokemon. As it is, there's like these weird little sing, you know what I mean, going on there. They don't look bad. They're just it could be a little tiny bit cleaner from a design standpoint, in my opinion. One thing I love about Scarlet and Violet is a specific NPC. Game Freak put muscle mommies into the game, and I fucking love that. Yes, yes. And it was like, I think it was Aaron Hansen was like, guys, I think I need to get Scarlet and Violet because there's like a muscle mommy who's just like looking down. Yeah, a lot of the NPC designs are pretty fun. Um, and as I said before, I was very invested in the characters themselves in Scarlet and Violet. Um, I think they did a really good job. making me give a shit. I'm a fan of Don Dozo and Tatsugiri. I think those are both pretty fun designs, like a big sushi chef, like giant fish, and like the little tiny guy that tells him what to do. That is sushi himself. They're a weird design. Larry is my favorite fucking character in the game. I fucking love Larry. He is so funny. Someone was like, "This is the only voice that I can imagine Larry having," and it closed up on him. He's like, "Hello," like fucking like one stage further, bemused Garfield. Like, oh, I fucking love. He is a treasure. All the kids are like, "Why does everybody like Larry so much?" It's like, you'll see. He's so good. And his like deadpan in contrast to the bombast of everything else in the game. It's so good. God, I love Larry. Also, somewhere along the lines, they just went full force into like I feel like the Switch generation of Nintendo character designers are just like, let's just make everybody as fuckable as humanly possible. Every adult character, get it. Every single adult character, get it. Like, god damn, the it's a bisexual smorgasbord in fucking Scarlet Academy or whatever Orange Academy, Naranja Academy. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, that nurse is so hot, dude, and the fucking I forget, was it home ec teacher that like daddy with like the big flowing hair and like he's like cut like a diamond. He wears pink. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh, Larry definitely fucks. But yeah, like so the archaeologist lady, the 100% lesbian whose hair is usually doing this due to a graphical error or physics error. That's not her fault. She's got like the cold eyes and she's like got the tan skin. She's super good looking. And then you got the the fighting gym leader. She's really hot too. They're all really beautiful. Like just like great designs. Like damn, all right, everybody can get it. Larry's one of those overworked execs that goes after work and bottom for a dominatrix. Yes, 100%. Not a doubt in my mind. Absolutely 100% believe that. I think that's what a beer can looks like. I don't drink, except for some coffee. But yeah, dude, so many good designs. Character designs were pretty fucking strong all the way through in Scarlet and Violet. Again, it's a shame that the world that they were in was so undercooked. I'm still stewing uh about Sword and Shield. Just like I don't know, it's just not very. It's like it feels finished, more finished than Scarlet and Violet somehow, but like somehow emptier because they hadn't quite figured it out yet. I don't know. The just like the amount of Pokemon that they introduced that I give a shit about is so much lower than some titles. I guess I'm gonna have to put the space for the hinge real quick. Hey, the story in Sword and Shield. What story? You know what I mean? It's just like it's such a non-story. And it's like even they forgot that it was there until it got to the point where it was like as far as I can remember, there was like Rose talks about there being an energy crisis that will affect us in 1,000 years or 10,000 or something like that, right? And that's about the depth of the exposition that they give you, and they give you little bits and pieces about the darkest day in the past or whatever the fuck, right? And then even like in the middle he's like, well, sorry, I have to start the darkest day now. Like that's literally how the line read to me, right? Like, what do you mean, dude? It's just like I don't, like the a good villain, you should want to like, you should be part of you should be rooting for a villain, and in order for that to be the case, I feel like that's one thing that makes a villain so compelling is part of you can relate to him, part of you can see where they're coming from. You just don't necessarily agree with their means because they're immoral. Like that's the general thread for like a very straightforward. If a story has a villain or an antagonist that could be considered villainous, you know, I feel like that's a really good baseline to achieve is to like, well, shit's gonna be, maybe it's not the most nuanced or finesse approach to an antagonist, but you want to get to the point where you root for them in spite of their means, right? You're like, fuck, dude, if you had been doing something else, maybe we would be, like this is too drastic or whatever. Like, oh, I want to relate to you. I relate to you. I want to root for you, but I disagree with you. That's like the setup that you should be aiming for a very straightforward, heroic, villainous story. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the fuck his motivation was. The closest thing I have is that there's a crisis that's going to happen in 1,000 years. And he got so stressed out about it that he summoned an Eldritch Abomination that turns into a gun, like Megatron. Like, I don't remember, right? Even like the straightforward shit from like, Team Rocket, Team Galactic, Team Plasma. They all have very similar goals, which is to you make like a crime, like you have like a crime syndicate that's kind of a smokescreen for like the big bad guy whose real goal is to like they're gaining power in a sort of like mundane way and stealing people's shit, but what they're really trying to do is gain power in a large mythological way, in a godlike acquisition of power by controlling a legendary Pokemon. That's literally what all of them are doing, right? And Getsus was an interesting take on that because he's manipulating a kid who is basically you, a Pokemon protagonist, he's using someone like you who has an incredible gift with Pokemon in the stance of the world, right? To get to that goal. And he's an asshole. He's an actual monster. He's a great character. Great, easy to hate him, stuff like that, right? There's like, he's not necessarily relatable, but like everybody's storyline was pretty straightforward up to this point. You could get where they're coming from. Most of them are just irredeemable bastards past a certain point, but like it's Pokemon. It's fine. It's mostly geared towards kids. It's like I don't even know what the fuck Rose was doing. What was he doing? Like you go from Lusamine, and I'm not talking about fucking goddamn Ultra Sun and Moon. I am not talking about Ultra Sun and Moon, for God's sake. That apologist horse shit. They listen to the soccer moms like, why are you making my baby look at these bad, sad words? It's like, oh, okay, sure, yeah, we'll soften it up a little bit. No, you can't go back. It was a good story. Like, you take Lusamine, fantastic villain, super believable villain, doesn't think she's doing anything wrong, doesn't think she's capable of doing anything wrong. Horribly abusive to kids. You see the effect of the abuse on the kids. Both Gladion and Lily may end up a different kind of fucked up, and they're dealing with their trauma. And you help Lily deal with her trauma. Gladion does his own thing. You help him in your own ways. It's great, right? You go from that and Guzma, who's like the goofy like equivalent of all of the other like Team Rocket like bumbling oafs, but like menacing in their own way. Phenomenal. Only is doing the bad things that he's doing probably because he has a boner for Lusamine, that kind of thing, right? It's like Sun and Moon was great. Ultra Sun and Moon added nothing and in fact took away potential for other shit. Added the fucking goddamn Ultra Recon Squad. I threw my pencil because I'm so mad. Added the Ultra Recon Squad. Don't even fucking get me started on the Ultra Recon Squad. And it's just like, you go from that to Rose, who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, starts a fucking like I don't know. It's just like the motivations are unclear. They didn't know what they were doing, and they never figured it out in Sword and Shield. It's just frustrating, man. Anyway, here's Robot Hand Kill. I'm not ever gonna talk about Ultra Sun and Moon. Talks about Ultra Sun and Moon for like a century. Dude, I fucking... The game fucks with me, dude. It's so annoying. And the sort of like... And the sort of like... I hate a sequel that is like trying to reclaim like the little moments that made the first version of it special. It's like, leave it the same exactly if you're adding something wholesale on top of an existing game, or like don't just do like something that's like a half at like. It was really funny when in the original Sun and Moon, when you beat the game and everybody's having the fucking luau or whatever, right? And the dark type gym leader's not there. He's a great character, by the way. And then when everybody poses, you see that he was in the... They, like, zoom into him who's in the bushes, then he makes, like, a funny face. And I'm like, yeah! It was really hilarious. Like, that was genuinely funny. And I laughed my ass off. And then in Ultra Sun and Moon, they did that, but with, like, the fairy-type gym leader. And it was clearly, like, a reference to the previous Sun and Moon. And I was like... It was really just like... Alright, man. Alright. There's no, I don't know. Ultra Recon Squad not answering any fucking questions, but instead being more confused than you. It fucking burns me up, dude. How do you know so little? You live there. Like, I don't know. They are the worst, and they have that stupid fucking like laser stock sound effect noise in their theme song every time they show up, and I'm like, kill me. Fucking kill me. You have one poi pole. Also, I kind of think that Ultra Sun and Moon kind of introducing um it's been a while, and I was mad the entire time, so forgive me if I'm wrong in this regard, but like I feel like they introduced the concept that Solgaleo and Lunala were like one of many Solgaleos and Lunalas, right? Like Nebi was not an exception, but really just like a fairly commonplace thing, common enough that they had infrastructure built around them. And I think that kind of diminished the scarcity and like preciosity of Nebi as like a thing. You know what I mean? Well, it's like, well, listen, man, just go get another one. They got like 40 of them or whatever. Who cares? Or maybe it's me extrapolating a little bit more than they intended. I'm sure that is the case for a lot of this, but it's just like, is that a plot point? I don't even remember. I feel like they're like, oh yeah, if you take your Solgalia, they acted as if it was like an established thing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, easily. Probably am. I don't know. Ultra Sun and Moon was very frustrating to me. Spoilers. It's just like when something gets so close, and like good character designs are a real motherfucker. They will march things no matter the quality. Felt the same way with the legendaries in Scarlet Violet. Like it's just a Cyclozar, but from another time. It's like it's like the whole. So here's my thing with Scarlet and Violet. Right, exactly, right. It's my problem with Scarlet and Violet is not my only problem. Obviously, I've been mentioning my one of my problems with Scarlet and Violet this entire time, and in spite of like I enjoyed it, even in spite of everything, because Pokemon's fun. But like, and they were close to doing something fantastic. Some things were fundamentally flawed, like the future Pokemon as a concept. So with our subtext, with our context, it lost touch. It lost touch for me by that point. The format, yeah, it's like the problem with the future Pokemon is so if with our subtext, with our context, with our history, with everything that we know so far by science, right? Things now, animals, people, everything like that, right? Megafauna do not exist, right? Aside from like elephants, rhinos, giraffe, like savanna shit, right? Like there's still a few beings that are quite large, but there's nothing that is like a dinosaur in its sheer magnitude, except maybe the blue whale, right? And that's only as big as it is because the ocean is so fucking huge, right? It's like the idea that Pokemon in the past were something else that is not quite what they are now, but is more powerful, more intimidating, more imposing. You have an old version of them, right? That's so believable from top to bottom with our subtext. And the idea of going back in time makes a lot of sense. Like to experience things as they are. Also prehistoric mommy. But that's a side point. Like everything about Scarlet from a temporal standpoint makes a lot more sense than say, are all the Pokemon in the future dead? What happened to them? Why are we making like say it's to say that technology has advanced so far that you have things that are like Pokemon but are not, and the fact that a lot of the replacement designs for Violet say like they're pretty non-existent in terms of like innovating stuff like that. Team Dill, thank you very much. Why not both, Kenj? Also, he just looks a little bit too much like Giga Chad to me. That was my main problem with him. Because I love the robot lizard and the fact that its fucking wheels actually rotate, unlike the stupid ass bumbling shit. He is hot. He is hot. Well, Giga Chad's hot in his own inimitable way. But yeah, no, he's pretty hot. But yeah, she's way hotter in my opinion, just for my sensibilities. I mean, and also you have so much DILF in that home ec teacher. Come on. I just hate cavemen. I also hate cavemen. But sensical wise, like the past Pokemon make way more sense, and the designs are infinitely better, like across the board. The Iron Moth is sick as fuck. That design is good. I'm trying to think of the designs that actually work. I feel like Iron Hand is pretty good. The Hariyama, it's a pretty good design. It's pretty strong. But like a lot of them, they just didn't. They just added a couple of lines and some bolts on them. Iron Pump is that what it's called? Sounds wrong. Iron Pump. I don't like saying that. The fucking Delibird is pretty strong. Like it's like oh yeah, it turns this little Santa sack into like a water fountain. That's kind of cool. Yeah, all the Iron Bundle. Thank you. Yeah, I just don't agree with them. The name conventions are boring, and a lot of the designs don't go very far. They don't add much. But like fundamentally, conceptually, the future, like if you want to travel into the future, just fucking freeze yourself, dummy. Like time is already going in that direction. You know what I mean? You can take the technology and make it happen now. You know what I mean? If you're a crazy cool scientist, man, who's doing your best to make your own shit. Oh yeah, and Iron Valiant is sick as fuck. I love Iron Valiant. And that's a concept. That's Gallade and Gardevoir combined. That's a concept. Has a fucking sick ass Kirby 64 sword. That's a great design. Also, it looks like Metal Sonic. It's Gallade, Gardevoir, and Metal Sonic all at the same time. The shit rules. We stand a genderqueer queen. Yes. But like in general, it's just like fuck, man. That's a flawed concept. I'm generally not a huge fan of time travel, plots or otherwise. I think like I don't know. I just think it like if you think about it for even more than a second, it just like doesn't make any goddamn sense, and it's just such a ubiquitous plot line. Metal Gallant, my real fanfic. Yeah, Iron Valiant. That's what it's called, right? Or is Metal Gallant another Iron Gallant another one? I think it's Iron Valiant. And we fucking love that shit. That's a concept. The Tyranitar, yes, the Tyranitar is a non-design. The Iron Jugulus, first, what the fuck is a Jugulus? Second, what kind of a fucking design? Like, there's nothing new to it. It moves slightly animatronically. I don't know. I don't get the fucking point personally. You said it, and my brain just noped out. It's true. It's all right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like I don't know. All that is to say, I'm cautiously optimistic for um Legends ZA. I hope it's good. I hope I hope it is the Shadow Generations to uh Shadow Generations is to Sonic Team to Game Freak. You know what I mean? We're like, holy fuck. Like, finally some good fucking food. Gordon Ramsay. I'm just getting started, baby. No, no. I think I'm done now because the stream is about to be over.
Hmm.
I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding about the don't get me started. Yeah, man. This is Iron Propane. This is my original character. This is my Paradox Pokemon. And it's like, is it a Pokemon or isn't it? It's like, it's a robot, dude. It's you know what it is. It's a robot. It's like classification wise, the past Pokemon could theoretically like I don't know if this is still even considered, but it's some prehistoric, right? You know, that's a fucking robot. That's not a Pokemon. Obviously, it's shaped like one because someone made it to be shaped like a Pokemon. What the fuck are you talking about? It battles like a Pokemon. Well, that's not my fucking problem. It's like yeah, anyone can fucking battle like a Pokemon. It seems. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED talk about Pokemon needing to step their pussy up. I'm contemplating. Except Lusamine, she cannot. Yeah, the whole Pokemon evolved to become robots was not satisfying. And again, I say, did they die? What happened to the Pokemon? Is that to say that there are none in the future? I don't want to go there. Why does he want to go there? He's like, ah, yes, good. Now I can enjoy the company of Pokemon without them pissing and shitting all over my rug. Like, what are you doing, bro? Ah, no, but we programmed these Pokemon robots to shit and piss on the rug. Don't worry. No! That's what happens when he gets there. Anyway. Anyway, here's Hank Hill, the robot. I'm gonna turn off this jazz for a second. Shut up, Anatole Mooster. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all enduring my endless stream of Pokemon babble. Those of you who are not into Pokemon probably tuned out a long time ago, in which case, fare thee well. You'll be missed. Um, but those of you who don't know, my name is Nathan Blackwood, aka Blackvoot. I'm an artist, animator, musician, and gamer. We've been doing March of the Robots, doing it up in all capacities this month. So Mega Monday, we're doing Mega Man X games on Mondays. We're doing Visual Wednesday, is a long-standing tradition and something that will probably continue forever in some regard. Doing art and animation on Wednesdays Or Wednesdays, yeah. And From Soft Friday is what we've been doing this month. Um, we've been playing Armored Core 6, one of my favorite games. Slowing down a little bit in the grand scheme of things in terms of like popularity and notoriety and stuff like that, but we still got a nice little community that I play with, so it's been really fun to share my love for that game with you guys. That's going to be the next stream on my own channel. But tomorrow I'm going to be starting a Baldur's Gate campaign with Jack Draws Games and Moxie. So I'm very excited to do that tomorrow at 9, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Yeah, more news in Discord when I let you know. Hold on a second, Discord. I will. If you're not already a member of the Blecken crew and you have interest, go ahead and join right there. Link in chat. If you want to support me in any capacity, if you like what I do, if you want to perpetuate my Pokemon rants and squeezing in some art here and there between them, Patreon's a good place to do it. That gives me a little bit of monthly kickback, more functionality to be added as the days go on. Stay tuned for that. Ko-fi is your best bet if you want to actually get something from that. That's where I have all my commission prices listed. Check them out. Check out my commission pages. If you want me to make something for you, but you don't see a price listed that you think fits it, just shoot me a message on the built-in DMs of Ko-fi, and we can work something out. Oh, hell yeah. I look forward to helping you out, Anima Ortai. Music Monday was what we would usually do for Monday streams, but my headphones broke. This is my gamer set or whatever that has the mouthpiece, but the actual studio headphones that I use to make music broke due to a structural flaw. Repairing them would be just as expensive as getting a new pair of headphones, so I figured might as well just pop for a new one, but I have no choice but to ask for help in order to fund them because I don't have any money aside from Ko-fi. So commissions, donations, all of it goes towards our goal of total $300 to get those really nice studio headphones back. I can't do it without you. Would love any little bit of support that you can provide, but only donate within your means. Don't impose on yourself. Donate responsibly. I'm going to head out now. I'll see you on Friday for more From Soft Friday. I'm going to play some more Armored Core with the boys. And potentially tomorrow on Jack Draw's channel for a nice little thing of Baldur's Gate. I will take care, all of you. Love you. Peace and love. I will see you next time. Adieu.